start my video like alpha male strategies. So I was, I've been doing some reflecting things, and I've been doing some research, and I've come across Mgtow. Well, I had been come across Mgtow videos, but I was looking at one in particular, and they were saying that all women do is sleep with everybody and then find them a simp or a beta male and have a baby by him and throw him on child support. Okay. Now, I'm really speaking to more so the black community than any other community. But I just want to do this. I just want to bust the bubble so we can go ahead and get that out the way, and it never has to be said ever again. I've already posted, a video years ago about, just telling the young people younger than me, from my experience, please wait when having kids because they're expensive and they ruin your life. But now I want to come back and just say, let's just get this situated. Men, nobody out here, 90% of women are not out here trying to get pregnant by you intentionally. Why? The only 10% that wants to get pregnant by you on purpose and throw you on child support, in my opinion, is a woman who's raised with no father. She's a bum, and in my opinion, she has the mentality of a crackhead. Because you have to be a crackhead to want to get pregnant by the average male in America. Why? Because the average male in America is broke. They're dead broke. Me personally, at 27, I would never, ever, I would do anything that includes taking a Plan B pill or an abortion. I'd do anything. Me personally, I would do anything not to get pregnant and have a child with the average male in America. Why? Because they are broke. There is no incentive to try to get pregnant by you, a male. And then, raising the child in my household, and then they pay child support to me. That's not a come up. There's no profit in that. If you have children, sorry, I'm country as hell. If you have children by a male in America, you are asking for a life of poverty, and you are actually losing profits. I'll tell you why. I believe the only male you should get pregnant by, if you're trying to come up, is a male who makes at least $100,000 a year. That's 6 figures. Why? Because you can find males in America who make $70K. Okay, if a male makes about $70,000 a year, he usually pays $700, $800. This is what I'm hearing now from males. His child support will be around $700 to $800 for one child. And it gets worse than that. I mean, it's males out here making $20,000, $30,000 a year, working at warehouses and stuff like that. Their child support is usually $200 to $500. Okay, it gets worse than that. It's males out here who don't want to get up off their ass and go to work. They're paying $20 a week. And I know females personally. I have friends who have kids by these type of men, and these men won't even pay $20 a week. That's $80 a month for child support. So there's no come up for getting pregnant by these males. Let's go to the higher end. Let's say $700 to $800 a month child support. We can even do $1,000. That's fine. Whatever. Let's say I got pregnant by a male. He's sending me $1,000 a month on child support. Okay. That would not benefit me. Why? Because I would have to, if I'm the sole provider of that child, I have primary custody, okay, that means I'm going to have to provide housing. That's the first thing for that child. Now, by the way, all these numbers I'm about to throw out, this is without the white daddy, aka the government. So we're not talking about food stamps and Section 8. This is mommy and daddy taking care of everything like grown men and grown women. So let's say a man pays me $1,000 a month. Okay, cool. Let's run it. Me and my child would have to have somewhere to stay, to live. Your child would have somewhere to stay. Okay? It's not about me. Your child would have somewhere to live. Okay, the average, let's, on the lower scale in Atlanta, Georgia, which is where I stay, the lower income one bedroom, now this is me allowing our child to take the bedroom and me take the living room, sleep in the living room on a couch or the floor, it don't matter. The cheapest one bedroom apartment I can find in Atlanta is $600. You don't believe me? You can go on apartments.com or apartmentfinders.com, and then we can get back, in the comment section. Okay, so that's $600 right there. Okay, I would be responsible for $300. You would be responsible for $300 because I'm paying half of where your child lives at. So you do owe $300. Now this is just staying in the hood. If you was any type of father or mother, why would you want your kid to live in the hood? But let's just go with that. So that's $300. Okay, $300 easily out of $1,000. So now we're at $700. Okay, so next we have the light bill. Me and the child, as the child gets older, with all the electronics and the refrigerator and the lights and the this and the that, I'm gonna go ahead and say $200. Anyone who lives in a house knows that the average light bill is about $200. And that's kind of like a cheap one. You have to run central AC, central heating. What you want to do? You try to be cold? So that's $200. Okay, $100 for me, $100 for you. Now we're at $600. That's lights. Water bill. As you know, in Atlanta, you pay for water. Okay? So, we want to be healthy, we want to be clean. So, it is expected to take at least one bath or shower per day. You also have to brush your teeth. You also have to cook with water. Okay? So, let's just throw out a bill. Let's just throw it out for a water bill. Let's just say $150, and that's just me being generous. Wait, let me get my phone out. Let's do this, okay? Let's do this. So I said $1,000. So you owe me $300 for rent. You owe me $100 for lights. You owe me $75 for the water bill, and we're just being very generous. Okay, cable bill, $160. That's Comcast. You can Google that. So that's $80. We'll take that off. Okay, good. So we got all that out the way. Okay, now we need food. Once again, we're not going to deal with Uncle Sam. We're not going to deal with the white man. Okay, you're the dad. They're your children. You want the white man to feed them, or are you going to have balls and feed them yourself? Okay, so we'll just be very, very, very generous, and we'll say $200 for food. That's being very generous. I'm being very generous on that. Okay, cool. So the child is going to need clothes and shoes. Okay. Kids grow out of their clothes and shoes because they're still growing. See, average adult, we usually maintain our clothing sizes and our shoe sizes. But kids cannot help that their feet are going to continue to grow. So every few months, especially when they're little kids, you're going to be in the shoe store. Okay, so they need winter coats, they need underwears, they need pants. If they're females, they need hygiene products. Oh, we're not even getting to all that stuff. They're going to get you for, I'm going to be nice. I'm going to get you for $50 a month on clothes. That's $295. They also need toiletries. They need soap. They need shampoo. They need conditioner. They need toothpaste. They need toilet paper. They need laundry detergent. They need toiletries, okay? So we're gonna charge you. We'll do $25 for that. We'll be nice. We'll do $25 for that. So now we're at $270 left. Now we're going to do insurance, health insurance. Once again, we're not using Peach Care for kids. We're not using Medicare. We're gonna be a grown man, a grown woman. So let's say insurance for them. I'm gonna do another. I'll say $85. I'll be generous. Now we're at $185. The kid needs transportation. Mind you, we're at $185. The kid needs transportation. I'm guessing if I have primary custody, I'm the one that has to ride them around, yada yada yada. So if I have to pay a car note, if I have to pay for insurance, riding your kid around, like, what are you doing? So, and we can also offset that a little bit, because if you get the kid most of the time, or if you get the kid half 50% of the time, then I offset that, because you have to pay for your car as well. So I'll offset that. But if I have primary, if you're coming every 2 weeks to get your kid and all that shit, then that's the 185 is going right there. Okay, so now we have activities. Unless you want your kid to sit in the house and never be in a sport or nothing, that costs. Christmas, birthdays, that costs. This is just $1,000, and we're already down. And I'm being very generous on all these numbers. We're already down to $185 left. And the average child support is not $1,000. I can tell you that it's not. So where is the profit with dealing with you men? Where is the profit? There is no profit dealing with y'all. We're not taking your money and going and getting hair fixed and nails done. You don't send enough money for that. You don't have enough money. Your hair don't even be cut. So how can we get our hair done? Oh, I forgot about haircuts and hairdos for the little girls. This is a mess, and this is off of a $1,000 budget. Just imagine this little bum ass $500 that some of you men pay, or even worse, $200, or even worse, the $80 that you don't still pay. How is your child expected to live off a $500 check that you're sending every month? That's not a livelihood. There's no way I can take care of myself and someone else off of your money because I can't even take care of them. So there's no profit. Please, let's cut that out. There is no profit dealing with men. There's no, what I mean by men, like, there's no profit of only a crackhead female, only a female that must be on heroin or something would get pregnant in 2019 by a male that makes under $100,000. Especially if y'all not married. There's no profit in that. You're not going to be able to really take care. They're going to cut corners and cut corners and cut corners and cut corners. And this is everything I did on this calculator is me halving it. So trust me, my part is paying too. But it requires everybody's part, and you're not paying $1,000 a month in child support. So let's knock it off, and let's stop crying for ourselves, and let's think with logic and ration here. I'll be back.